I've been so excited to actually talk about this series for a very long time now because I just caught up to recently to the Terraformars manga and I really wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I've been into. Now, people know I was pretty goddamn excited when the anime came out because I read a bit. A friend recommended me check out the manga. The first volume just absolutely fantastic. If you don't know, honestly, it's literally like humans, they try to terraform Mars, you know, to cultivate it, go to a planet, you know, get resources and stuff. Turns out cockroaches pretty much became the superior life form of that place, and well, there we go, shit happens, let's just get in. So if people know, like, if you've seen the anime is very extremely rushed. It does stuff, and fuck that last episode. Oh my god, it's one of those Inuyasha's like just giant. Fuck you. Read the manga. That's how it was. I mean, I read the manga previously before I kind of like actually got more into the anime. I was kind of a little bit disappointed like how the censorship of the anime, and when it finally come out uncensored, it looked pretty awesome and it had some really good moments in it. And, you know, I honestly, from what I saw, like, it started to get slow, so I dropped it for a while. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was, like, 70, 80 chapters into the series, and I dropped it. I was like, and not to mention as well, translations were major slow, and they won't come out. I think it was, like, 20 chapters behind or something like that from, like, the actual translation. So we wasn't really getting, like, a real good, like, straight up translations. Now that we've actually got stuff going on now in the manga, it's like, you know, I had a good chunk to read. I had over, like, a year and a half's material to read. I kind of want to give you my opinions because I read all of it, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it straight to you guys as well. If you are gonna read or watch it, I would. If you want to catch up quicker, you can watch the anime, but I would honestly say the manga's a lot better. Art is amazing. It can get a little bit philosophical and boring at some points, and this is the thing where it's like, I'm kind of the same as I am with my Seraph videos. Like, I really enjoy Terraformars. I enjoy it more than Seraph, like, I did. Like, I got more like, oh my god, you know, I need to check this out more than I did with the Seraph chapters, but especially with this as well, it's like, it really likes to cram stuff in your throat, and there's just a lot of it is just fighting, and it's just, you know, keep fighting this guy or that guy or the terraformer, you know, it kind of gets a little bit repetitive for some, but the mysteries that have been unraveling throughout the series has become very goddamn interesting. I mean, I'm going to say a little bit of spoilers and all that, so actually, no, I'm going to say a bunch of spoilers. So honestly, right now, like, I'm going to tell you some of my favorite moments at the end of where I got to the manga right now. So yeah, if you don't want to like get spoiled or anything, yeah, just skip this part of the video right now. Honestly, some of the most amazing things happening, like when we find like, you know, Akane, like when he fucking went nuts like that, like, and he just went absolutely ballistic, like showing the praying mantis sign as like his family bloodline. So I believe that he was like related to like one of the people from like, you know, Bugs too, I believe, which was, I believe the mother was the praying mantis one. I can't remember her name. I think her name was like Jing or something like that. Just also as well, not to mention the whole craziness of like Michelle like going in like an absolute badass on that ship, like the other people that came down like that motherfucker with a half a face and all that, like controlling ants, like Shokichi going in like that. There was a part in the manga where he just did like, these guys are all my family, I respect, and then he's decided to take like the max overdose of like all this Terraformars serum, and he went absolutely ballistic. The same thing with Sylvester, and just one of the bits that meant the most, because I remember hearing theories about it for a while, and I was even thinking about it as well, is the whole thing of what happened to like Adolf and his entire crew, and the whole revelation about that. I really smiled in the inside saying that is the perfect way you could have done that, and it's like, it was a bit of a weird way at the same time, but I absolutely loved that turned out all along. It was Ava, that she came back, and she actually had like this weird, like her whole thing, she was number 100, that she regenerated, and it would have normally taken her like I think like a week or something to regenerate normally, but she actually had like flesh and parts of Adolf around her and actually fused with kind of Adolf's body, and now she's pretty much Adolf now. She's even though she's number 100, she's got the spirit too, and she's an absolute badass going in with electricity, and there's just such a badass fucking screenshot of all the fucking captains put together, and like he got like all of them, and it looks really cool. And not to mention the number one, Joseph, like holy shit, he go fucking in with that sword. And even seeing with him and the Chinese like leader as well, when they came out of that blast, and it just so much insanity happened, and just honestly, the final parts of the chapters that I've been reading now, I was honestly shocked to see kind of how the series kind of took a turn now. Like, now it seems like seemingly we're going to be returning to Earth and stuff, like, deal with the Terraformars there. I'm really curious to like how that's going to go down. Not gonna lie though, it does get very boring at some parts and all that, but like with a lot of the political stuff, and also, well, like I kind of like at the same time I do like, you know, they do show us stuff in Earth and all that, but it does take out of sometimes the context. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I do want to talk about the manga, which I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to talk about the manga really, like do a chapter or something on that, debatable what exactly I'm going to do, because there are some of those chapters where you're like, oh, okay, like, because, you know, some, like the reason it took me so long to catch up to this series, like, you know, you have to think quite a lot with this manga. Like, you have to like understand all the words that are being said and the philosophies, and you know, it gets a little bit crazy and it kind of goes under a lot of people's heads and all that. So yeah, there's a lot to it. Like, I guess in the same way it does philosophy in the way of like Gintama, but it does way too much of it. Like, if you can kind of catch my sense, it's a bit weird. Like it kind of balances it out with, like, you know, comedy and a little bit of action and stuff like that. It really throws it in your face with the really sick fights and the action. And I really do enjoy that in Terraformars, but it's like, yeah, there are so many characters. Like, I mean, a lot of them are being, like, you know, killed and bodied and stuff like that. And I'm kind of glad that the number is kind of dwindling down, but even still, there's a lot of characters where I don't give a fuck about it. Like, the fucking skunk girl, like, Yaiko, like, come on, like, you know, it's stupid like that. Honestly, it's really good. I would highly recommend people checking it out. I might do a next, like, if the next chapter's hyping on that, you might see me, because I know they're translating it now weekly. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what I could say about the like with the anime, honestly, so I'm gonna have to really check what exactly that's going to be like, the second season of the anime. I'm definitely probably going to be picking up the Blu-ray when that comes out, when, you know, when it's uncensored and everything, and I think I'm going to give it a rewatch. I really still, to this day, I'll stick to, like, that's, like, the Terraformars as a series itself, like, its first season, without even knowing it was going to get a second season or anything like that. Its ending is terrible, and what they pretty much resolved is nothing compared to, say, like, the 12 episodes of what happened in Tokyo Ghoul. Like, that's comparing the two, yeah. It wasn't that, like, and I really felt like that series was going to be the next Attack on Titan, but the anime didn't really help that. So, honestly, I can say this is just a recommendation to just check out some Terraformars. If you want to watch the anime, but please, for the love of God, watch it uncensored. The full censored episodes, those were bad. Like, honestly, it was really annoying, and you should check out the OVAs first, because they're the first volumes of the manga, so it is going to be a little bit confusing getting into it. It's really weird what they did with it, so check the OVAs out first, then the anime if you want to go on that route, or you can just read the manga. You know, it does it all at normal stuff, like, you know, Volume 1 covers all the OVAs, which is the start of the series, which you know need to do, and then you just go on, you know, all to, like, you know, all the good stuff here, you know, Volume 2 and later on and so on and so forth. But that's all from me, so thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm really glad I got to do this video finally. I really wanted to talk about Terraformars, and I'll be talking about some other series in the future as well. But that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take me out.